Hi guys, it's Paul from Alt Game Reviews again, and today we're going to be talking about this month's free PS Plus game, Predator Hunting Grounds. Is it worth your time? It's available for free this month on PlayStation, but otherwise you can buy it for £35 or $30 on PC and Xbox. Like all of my reviews, we'll be talking about what's the premise of the game, how does it play, what are the pros, what are the cons, and is it worth your money? Predator Hunting Grounds is an asymmetrical competitive multiplayer game based on the beloved sci-fi movies. Think Friday the 13th or Dead by Daylight but with the Predator. Players either fight as part of a 4-man Fireteam or as the infamous Predator. The 4-man Fireteam are dropped into the jungles of fictional South American nation Val Verde and are tasked with completing multiple random objectives and fighting off against mercenaries, all while trying to survive against the Predator. The Predator player's sole task is to eliminate all Fireteam members, ensuring they do not exceed in extracting. What's it like playing as the Fireteam? Fireteam soldiers are played through a first-person perspective. They can create their own class with different guns, appearances and ability customization. Weapons include typical military-style shotguns and rifles, as well as special weapons that you might see in the movie, including grenade launchers and miniguns. There's different shaders for each gun which you can unlock and attachments by using them or through loot boxes. The Fireteam must contend with completing their objectives whilst also looking out for the Predator Hunter whilst trying to keep each other alive. The Predator is played solo and in a third-person perspective, hunting their prey from up in the trees using their thermal vision and various alien weaponry. Again, multiple classes can be created here, either to focus on melee or range combat. You can be a scout or you can be a tank. There are different cosmetics which can be equipped inspired by each of the movies, with different skin tones, armour types and helmets. So what does the game do right? It's definitely fun exploring the impressive jungle sandbox environment of Val Verde, either as the Fireteam trying to make it to the extraction point with your spine intact, or as the Predator trying to track your prey, killing them using a wide arsenal of alien-inspired technology. We've got hunting nets, plasma cannons, hand cannons, spears and swords. This is a game to be played with friends as communication is key when playing as the Fireteam to keep track of the enemy Predator. Playing with randoms is pretty difficult, they'll either just be killed with no warning. You can still ping the Predator's location using a button, but usually they'll be up in the trees and they're pretty hard to keep track of with their invisibility and better movement. It's pretty fun playing as the Fireteam, ganging together. There's definitely more tension in trying to survive and looking out for the Predator on the horizon. I think the Predator gets a much tougher time, although they are very deadly, and when they do find the Fireteam they can kill them pretty quickly. Finding them in the first place can be pretty difficult. You'll have to explore the map, and using your thermal vision you'll be able to pinpoint their location if there's some gunfire going on, but otherwise it will just be traversal until you find them. So what does the game maybe not do right? It's definitely light on content. It has no single player features, it's multiplayer only, and there's only really one mode which is known as Hunt. There is a team deathmatch where if you control a point for a certain time you get to play as the Predator, but it's really not got as much longevity as the Hunt mode. There's only one jungle environment to play in, however objectives and map areas are rotated per game. There's plenty of cosmetic items and upgrades to equip, however these are pretty slow to unlock. There's over 150 levels to go through. Not to mention, it's pretty one-sided if you get a player which is in those higher levels. The best gear, like the mythological inspired Predator outfits or the movie characters, are locked behind paid DLC, which is pretty disappointing considering it's a £35 game. Sure, if you're getting the game for free on PlayStation, I wouldn't really have a problem buying these, but I think if you're paying £35 and then the best gear has to be purchased on top of this, it's pretty disappointing. The free cosmetics in-game are just your sort of typical soldier outfit. I think Predator Hunting Grounds is a fun competitive multiplayer experience which definitely captures the style of the Predator movie series well, however it's definitely lacking in content with only one real primary game mode and map, with the majority of interesting gear locked behind paywalls. I think if you're interested in the movie franchise or you like these asymmetrical style games, it's definitely worth picking up for free whilst you can on PlayStation, and if you do like it, maybe support the developers and buy some of the cooler skins.